What's up, Unfiltered Waters family? Today we have kind of a very relevant guest. There was breaking news surrounding her last week, and she is an Olympic medalist, an Olympian, obviously, a world champion, an NCAA champion, one of the biggest names that this sport has seen in a minute, especially in terms of versatility, and that is Bella Sims. And she joins us today to talk about her transfer from Florida to Michigan and everything that entails that, and including the year that she's had, which has been tumultuous at times. It's been a roller coaster ride for her, Katie, and she really gets vulnerable today.
She does, and I have to give her so many snaps. The fact that she announced it 12 minutes into announcing it on Instagram. We reached out, and she so graciously was from the OTC, agreed to talk with us, and just really, I know we always say it, but just get vulnerable, get honest, and just share her true truth about her decision.
Yeah, and for her to feel safe to do it, on Unfiltered Waters, that's not lost on me. I know it's not lost on you, and it's something that we can hopefully continue to create and kind of let exist for athletes. When they have something that might be a little controversial or just something that shakes it up. To share. And so, we are super excited to have this conversation with Bella Sims. And without further ado, here's Bella Sims.
I can't tell you how many times as an Olympic athlete I get asked the same question over and over. And now it's the same answer over and over. And it is Creatures of Habit Meal 1 protein-packed overnight oats. They have 7 different flavors. If you're asking me mine, it's peanut butter banana, so delicious, but everyone has their favorite. It's also so convenient, and you're able to remain consistent when you're traveling, when you're on the road, because we all know consistency is everything. You can also be very confident that what you're putting in your body is optimal for fueling. So they've got prebiotics and probiotics mixed in. There's omega-3s, there's digestive enzymes, and most importantly, there's 30 grams of protein in there. How many hotels have we been to where we're sitting there, everything is mush, it looks gross, and so we end up not putting into our bodies what we need, or it's early morning and we just don't feel like making a full-blown breakfast. This is made in seconds, and then you're confident your body's fueled and you're ready to rock. So use our code UNFILTERED15 for 15% off your first order. Go shopping, get fueled, and conquer the day. Sleep is the foundation of our health, but as we all know, sometimes life gets in the way. It's hard to fall asleep or stay asleep, or you just wake up not feeling your best, super groggy and tired. Dream Recovery's mission from the very start has been to provide products that help do just that. Wake up ready to fight and conquer the day. They've designed high-quality mouth tape as well as dream strips. They've got their blue light blocking glasses, sleep masks, all products designed to help you sleep your very best. I want to talk about the Dream Strips today. So they've got, of course, their mouth tape. They've got their Dream Tape Plus. But I know so many people I hear are so nervous when they hear the word mouth tape, taping your mouth at night. The Dream Strips are an amazing gateway to get you used to having something on your mouth. It's just a singular vertical strip over your lips. It's not scary, and I can say from my personal experience, I was really scared to try it. And now, for the last year, I cannot go without it. I fall asleep faster, my nervous system relaxes because I'm breathing through my nose, as we all should, and I wake up feeling awesome, no matter what. Bella Sims, welcome to Unfiltered Waters.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Especially on last minute notice.
less than 24-hour notice.
Yeah. So. Katie was like, should I message Bella? And I'm like, Bella is the homie. Yes.
No, honestly, I love that you were like, here's a time, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, because honestly, it would have been going back and forth about I'm not available then, and you're like, oh, I'm not, so I was like, oh, thank God she just gave me a time.
Just official. Well, she literally flies out in 3 hours, so that's why I was like, we're together at this time.
Yes.
Please let it.
This is
I
perfect.
literally just got out of practice.
Okay, so where are you right now? Are you in Nevada?
I'm at the Colorado Springs. I'm at OTC right now.
Oh.
Okay, wow. Are you there with Sandpipers?
Yeah, I'm with Sandpipers.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah. Are you in the more resident dorms or the other dorms? Is that a pizza blanket?
Yeah.
I love that so much.
I love that so much.
Oh, the amount of time we've all spent there.
I know. I'm like, oh, yep. Looks.
To be honest, I kind of love it though, because
It's
you
nice
walk
being
in.
like closer to the like swim facility and
Yeah.
like, lining and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's because it's the one in the actual building.
Yeah.
That's
those are
really
the
nice.
best.
That's like you have to be an Olympian to be in those, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Bella, we obviously reached out. You've had a crazy year and a crazy April, we were just saying before we got on here. So just wanted to give you the opportunity for you to share your story without everyone else telling your story. So you obviously announced some very exciting news yesterday. So tell us about it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize how like crazy my April was until like I like actually looked back and I was like, wow, like so many things have happened in not even like that much time. But so I entered the transfer portal and I entered in as do not disturb or like do not talk or do not contact. And so many schools did not follow my instruction, and I was like, well, I don't want to like talk to schools that like are disrespecting like that part of like my ask, you know. And there were only 2 schools that I like were like wanted to look at / like listen to it, and so I was like, oh, perfect, like whatever, gonna talk to them. And right after or right before I entered the portal, open water was like about to happen, and Sandpipers was like in Sarasota, so like I was like driving to Sarasota from Gainesville to like go train with Ron for like the 4 or 5 days that they were there. And so I was like, perfect time to like talk to coaches, like I have all this time to kill, like whatever. For like my first call was with Matt Bao, and I was like going into like the process, I was like, I want to be happy, I want to love swimming again, I want to have a good relationship with like all the coaches, like I want to feel comfortable talking to them with no matter what, because like that's how I am with Ron. Like I will go up to him like and I will talk to him about literally anything, like doesn't have to be about swimming, like, and I just like feel comfortable. Like he's always been like kind of like a dad figure in my life, and I was like, I want that with like any other coach. And then I like had my like the first few minutes with Matt, and I was like, I could like I really like this call, like I really like this call. And like I'm the kind of girl, like obviously like I just said like I wanted to like love the sport again, and like so right now like I'm not too fond about talking about swimming for like a long period of time. And we just like didn't talk about swimming, and I was like, I love this. Like I literally like he was like, what's your favorite show? Like he was just trying to get to know me, and I was like, I really appreciate like everything that he's doing right now. And then I took a trip and just like literally fell in love with the team, the like campus, like literally everything you could think of. And yeah.
What is entering the transfer portal like? Because for me, obviously swimming in the NCAA so many years ago, that wasn't really ever a thing, I don't think. So is it like a website that you kind of, and you say like the do not disturb thing, like how does that process work?
So basically I just like emailed compliance, and I was like, hey, like, or I like told the coaches and the team like before, but I emailed compliance and I was like, hey, like thinking about entering the transfer portal, like help me with like whatever process this is. And then our compliance officer just like sent me like this 2-minute like video on like what you're getting yourself into. And then
was it like a warning video, or they're like
I don't
sirens?
know. Like it was like really, really weird.
Okay.
I don't know, but it was like 2 minutes of like this, I don't know, it was basically a 2-minute like what you're getting yourself into, and I was like, it's not like a stressor like video, but like I don't know, like it was weird. And then and then he was like, it'll take like 2 days to like process. And so and then I had to like fill out like a form, sign something that like I was like for sure going to enter. And then like the next day it came out.
And
it
so,
wasn't a good, like, process.
so when you're on the do not contact, you're referring to like coaches are still like calling you.
Yeah. And apparently, like, I was like, oh, surely there was like a rule, like, you can't contact me, like, because I answered do not contact, but like there's no rule. It's just like if they have your number, then then they can contact you. But I went in the portal like in do not contact because I have these people's number. Like I didn't want people blowing up my phone. I've been through the process before. Like I have these people's numbers, and if I don't, then like I have someone to like give me access to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, because I didn't want anyone like blowing up my phone, and it sure did blow up.
Oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming.
It was very overwhelming. I was like, I have to answer these people, but I'm sorry, coaches, but I just didn't answer.
Yeah, but you put up that boundary and they didn't respect it, so you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a red flag of like, hey, if you're not going to listen to me on this.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, like it narrows my options down. Like,
perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much for making this easier.
Thank you. Yeah.
So talk to us more about Michigan. I love that, you know, especially when you're in a tough spot in swimming. And I think this is something that I want to dive into more because people who are making comments or maybe haven't been there don't understand, like, when you're in a place where you're just so burnt out or you're frustrated with the sport, like even smelling chlorine makes you shiver. Like you just don't want to deal. And so tell us more about this phone call. Tell us more about the visit. And then also tell us more about, there's an additional piece of going to Michigan that I also love.
Guys, I didn't commit because of my boyfriend.
Thank you.
Done.
He's
podcast is over.
Like, okay, to be fair, like, he's my boyfriend. Like, he's telling me everything that he is like. I'm getting the inside scoop from like the middle of the team. Like, I know exactly like what's going on with the team.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm only seeing like green flags. Like, that was just like, it was just a bonus. Okay, like, come on.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, so I'm not even like I think like on my way like back driving from Sarasota, I had like a few calls with the other Michigan coaches, and like I just like loved all of their like energies. Like they all give me, okay, like this, I don't know if this is like a good or a bad thing, but like to me it's like a good thing. Like they all just like give me like little kid energy, and like I just like I love that. Like they always just like, and like you can tell that they all like want to be there and they want to like help you and like make you better. And like but like not even just in swimming, like in all aspects of life. And I just like love that so much. And then I went to Michigan, and I literally like have already made like one of like my bestest friends. Like I know, and we literally met, and I literally clicked with her, and I was like, I love you, like, and
it feels like a very healthy place for you to just like play. And
it was. And I was just like, I haven't felt this happy in like so long. Like I could totally see myself like just like being here and like loving the sport again, and like just like all the things, like, and it made me just like so happy to like think about that.
And especially coming off of, I mean, it hasn't been just like a couple months. Like this has been a year for you, Bella. Like going back to 2024 trials, then leading up into this season, and then March and NCAAs and transfer portal and drug tests. Like, can you kind of walk through this past year and how, first of all, you swam incredible this year. Like backstroking Bella is my queen, and that is like my religion. I love you. I pray in front of you. But like for you to have all of this stuff kind of like orbiting around, yet still being able to kind of perform and do it as one of the fastest swimmers ever in the events that you swam, like how are you able to do that?
I think okay, so at the beginning of the year, I got diagnosed with a torn labrum in my hip.
And this was like September, like season.
Yeah, like August, September, like one of those. Yep. I got like an arthrogram because I kept on getting like MRIs and X-rays, and everyone was like, "No, you're fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with you." And I was like, there is something wrong with me. Like the pain that I feel like when I kick is not normal. And So I got an arthrogram, and they were like, okay, you have a torn labrum and a cartilage fissure, and like that's like the cartilage over my bone is like ripped, and so like my bone to bone like makes contact sometimes, and it like hurts, and so the doctor like prescribed me with this like anti-inflammatory that's like stronger, I guess, than like Advil or something, and so I was like taking it, and then I like 15 days or so like into me taking this like anti-inflammatory, I get drug tested, and I didn't think anything of it. Like I got prescribed a medicine, like I was like, this is fine, like I do this all the time. And then exactly a month later, I get an email. I'm like in the dining hall, like about to eat lunch, like before practice, and I get an email, and it's like I don't know exactly what it said, but it was like tested positive, like WADA test, like whatever. And I like literally
like dropped.
I put my plate down at this, like, I don't know if you've ever seen like the University of Florida dining hall, but it's like a buffet style thing. I put my plate down, and I literally left, and I was like, called Christina, like our trainer, and I was like, what, like shaking, like I was like, what do I do? I'm gonna cry. And then so I'm like sitting in her like office, and we're like looking at like, because it tells you like everything that you like
you have to list everything.
Yeah, I listed all of like everything I was taking, and I listed the anti-inflammatory, and she's like like looking at all the supplements I took, and like she's like, no way it could be like the anti-inflammatory, because like it's an FDA regulated drug, like surely it wouldn't be like contaminated or anything. And so I don't know, we're like sitting in this office, like literally trying to like figure out like literally anything. My like therapist comes in for like moral support, and she's like, do you need me to do anything? I'm like, I don't know what I need to do, like we like, and then we went to the coach's office, and we were like trying to figure more things out. And then I didn't want to go to practice because I was like, I can't swim right now, like there's no way I can swim right now. So I was just like chilling in the office like for like 4 hours, like calling like the doctors and being like, could it possibly be this? Like that was the only thing that had changed in my like regimen, basically. Like I've been taking these supplements for the past like 7 years of my life. Like that was the only thing that had changed. And so I had to get a lawyer, and he was telling me like, oh, it like after like I got him like 3 days later, because like I was like, I don't know, like I was still flustered in like my thoughts. And he told me that I was still able to swim in like in the NCAA because it wasn't like international, and like the WADA, it was like a WADA test, so it was like international swimming, so I was like only technically like banned until like I got it appealed internationally. And so he was like, oh, you can swim NCAA. And then so I didn't swim like the meet that was like, there was like a Florida Georgia meet like that weekend, and I didn't swim that because like we still didn't know at that point that I was able to swim. And so like I was just like going through it. Like I went to go visit my best friend because the coaches were like, you need to get away from like because like everyone was out of meet, like they were in Georgia, so like I was gonna be in Gainesville like by myself. Like they were like, you need to get your thoughts like away and like just kind of distract yourself. And I was like, perfect, like going to see my best friend like in South Carolina. And so that whole weekend, like I kind of like just like it was like in the back of my mind, but like I was like trying to forget about everything like for that weekend. And then for the next like 2 weeks I was like super stressed, like going into practice, like being like, dang, like this is what it feels like to be like, oh, like your sport can be taken away from you like literally in a blink of an eye. And so I was like, wow, like this is crazy. This is probably like, okay, I don't know, this is like my opinion, but like probably a swimmer's like worst fear. I don't like, or
1,000%.
Any athletes. And if I like didn't get this appeal, I would have had like a 2-year ban. And so I'm like, whatever. When the lawyer told me I was able to swim, I gained like a perspective. I was like, wow, like I was like at this point, like I was like starting to like not like the sport. Like I was like, oh, you know, like every time I went to practice.
Yeah.
And when when the lawyer told me like I was still able to swim, I like gained a perspective, and I was like, okay, like I don't have to be here, like I get to be here. And so I was like going into practice, and I was like, okay, like I can swim now, like let's take advantage of like what I can do like now. And then we test my, like the lawyer was like, okay, let's like figure out like the lot number of your anti-inflammatory, and like let's go test it. So like the pharmacy, thank God, had extra like pills from the lot, and so they sent it to like a testing like facility, and they got it tested, and I tested positive for like 900 something nanograms of hydrochlorothiazide, which I want to emphasize is not as a PED. It's not a performance enhancing drug.
Yeah, no.
People are like, okay, she's taking drugs, whatever. But it's like a diuretic. It's a diuretic that people use to mask the drugs. And I tested positive for like 957 or like something like that, like around that number, nanograms. And each pill had was contaminated with 570 nanograms of hydrochlorothiazide, and I was taking 2 a day, so like it added up. And so like I don't know like when I got the result, but when I did, I was like done with practice, and I like look at my phone, and I got an email like from my lawyer being like, it was contaminated, like, oh my God, like you should be good. And so I literally like wanted to fall on my knees and like cry, and like I like ran outside to the coaches, and I like gave all of them a hug, and I was like, we're okay, like but like obviously like WADA still had to like actually approve of it. And so we were still like going through that, but I was like, surely like I'm good, like surely like this is a no fault finding, and like whatever. And then like championship season comes around, and like whatever, like it was good. I enjoyed my time, and I swam fast. And then or also at mid-season, I swam my 500 free like faster than what I went at NC's like last year, or like my freshman year. And Whitney like was like I'm so proud of you for like being able to like step up and like do this for yourself, and like all these things. And I like started bawling my eyes out, and I was like, no, like I can't explain why I'm bawling my eyes out, because like everyone's just gonna think that like I was upset about my swim or like whatever. But like I was honestly just like proud of myself. Like I like it's not easy like showing up to practice knowing that like you literally could have it can be taken away from you like in literally 5 seconds. And so I was like, wow, like dang, like what could, like I couldn't imagine like what I could have swam if I didn't have like these thoughts in my head. And
you're carrying this around with you like silently this whole time.
Silently, like no one knew. And then like my support group was like really small, but so grateful for them. Like I would not have gotten through it without them. Ugh. And my poor mom, like she probably was not sleeping for like 2 weeks. I was like, oh, like I feel so bad for you, but like me too. And then like championship season comes around, like NCAA's. The day I want to say we came back from NCAA's, Annie texted me, and she's like, did you get the email? And I was like, what email? So I like texted my lawyer, and he was like, oh yeah, like you got a no fault finding, like it happened on like day 1 of NCAA's, but like the coaches didn't want to tell you because like you were focused on your meet. And I was like, valid, like I probably would have gotten distracted. And I was like, oh my gosh, like holy weight lifted off my chest. Like it was crazy. But honestly, like I think like the perspective like that I was able to like get from it, I am sort of grateful it happened.
It almost made you, it was like, we're going to take this away, and it made you feel like, wait, no. Like I still love swimming. So it's almost Right. We always say in every terrible thing, there's always a silver lining. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's your silver lining of telling you like, no, like I still want to be a swimmer. I still want to do this thing. And did it at that point make you think, okay, I need to reevaluate where I am so that I maximize this? Or was that already in your head?
Like, yes and no. Like, I was swimming fast, but I knew I could have done better. Like, there's like every swimmer has that thought, like, oh, that was good, but like I wish it was better type thing.
Yeah.
But I was like gaining like the happiness like again, but then it kind of just like fell off again, and so I was like if I want to keep doing this, like I really need to like have a change. And it like got to the point where I was like, I just don't even want to go to practice anymore. Like I was always like the last one in the water. Like I would be like a 50 behind like type thing, and I was like, I can't do this. Like I if I want to keep doing this, like especially to like LA 28, like I gotta do, like I gotta have a change. And so I like decided that I needed to enter the transfer portal.
Which is not easy to do, right? Like to uproot your life. And you're right, you were swimming fast. And I'm sure to like the outside world, they're like, why? But it's like, you can't force, like, how long can you force and fake happiness until like you have to do something about it? So for you going to Michigan, like, how happy are you that you have this weight lifted off your shoulders with all of the HCTZ stuff and like this fresh start? You're going to have fun. Matt seems, how important was it for you to have chemistry with Matt too? I know you kind of touched on it earlier, but just like everything.
Like actually so important. That was probably like one of my top like things that I was looking for. I think like Coach Ron, like he knew that. He was like, I know you want like a good relationship with the coaches. Like, not that I was ever like scared of like going up to like the Florida coaches and being like, I need this, this, and this. It's just like sometimes like they can say like, oh, of course, like, yeah, we'll do this and that, but like not actually do it. And I just like it's easier to like go about your problems when you have like a really good relationship with them. And not that I want a lot of problems, but I just like literally anything.
Well, I think too, people don't realize, I mean, just like you have a relationship with your partner, relationship with your friends, like you're not going to have a perfect chemistry with every single coach, every single program. That's why there's a program for everyone, a coach for everyone. So I don't actually, I think you get really lucky if you hit it right the first time, but there's so many examples of swimmers in any, or athletes in any sport that make changes. And I think the ones that make changes are the ones that are courageous and brave enough to do it. Like you could have just sat there and been like, nope, I'm going to accept my fate and this is what it is and trudge through. But then guess what? You're going to maybe make it to LA or maybe retire and look back and have a bitter taste in your mouth, which is like every swimmer's worst nightmare, right?
That was like a good factor. Like it's so easy to just like be somewhere where you're like comfortable, you know? And I like Coach Ron has like said this like so many times, like where you have to like be comfortable being uncomfortable. And so like going into this, I was like, I will not like look back on my years and be like, dang, I wish I left.
Yeah.
And so that was like the main like reason why I was like, I need to have a change.
Yeah, and that's fair. Like change is the only constant in life, and it's like, you know, do it when you need it. And so for you, after March, all of this kind of happens. You go home in April. How has it been training with Ron and being back with Sandpipers and your club teammates that like you probably haven't really had an opportunity to train with in a while. So how's all of that been?
So last summer after trials, I came back home for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I was able to train with like Claire and Katie for like maybe 5 seconds because they left for like the Olympics. And but it was like nice being able to see them for those 5 seconds, like, you know. And so I was like training with like Ron's assistant for like 2 weeks, and honestly, like, it was just so nice being like back home, like being with my family and everything. And then this, like, right after NCAAs, we had like a long weekend, and so I went home, and it was like the worst travel experience of my life.
No. Like delays.
Okay, so my first flight got delayed like 2 hours, so I was gonna miss my connection. And then I was like landing in Georgia at like 8:20, and then my flight was leaving at 9. And then when we landed in Georgia, the jet bridge wheels were broken, so they had to do maintenance.
No.
Oh God.
And so I was on the plane for another 20 minutes, and so and then my flight got delayed 20 minutes. So I was like, oh, like, I'm going to make it. Like, we're fine. I'm, like, just going to be running. And I then, like, I don't know what happened, but I think, like, the jet bridge took longer than 20 minutes. And I, like, got off the plane. I was running to my gate, and I get to the gate, and I was like, and she was like, sorry, we closed the doors. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, the flight's in, like, a little less than 15 minutes, like 14 minutes. It was literally 14 minutes. And she was like, sorry, we close the doors 15 minutes before the flight takes off. And I was like, and so I started bawling my eyes out, and I like couldn't breathe. So I was like, I just want to be home. Like, I just want to be home.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to get home at like 7 p.m. and I got home at like 11:30. And I was so upset. So I was like crying on the plane. Like they rescheduled my flight, and I was like crying on the plane, and I was like, can't breathe through my nose, and so like I was like inhaling all plane germs.
Yeah.
And I get home, and like I wake up the next day, and I feel like ill, and I'm like, okay, it's whatever. Like, I'm still gonna go to practice.
Yeah.
I go to practice,
of course.
And like, it was fine. Like I didn't do horrible, and then there was like a practice that night, and then the next morning woke up with 102 fever, and I was like,
Oh no.
I woke up, and I was like, Ron, I can't.
Yeah, there's no way.
I was like, I can't get up without feeling like death. And he was like, okay, like, don't come to practice. And then like a few hours like later, he like called me. He was like, dang, you look bad. I was like, 102 fever. Like,
yeah, that'll do it.
Wasn't lying. Like, wouldn't miss practice for the world, but here we are. And then, so like that was like an unfortunate like weekend back. Like, I was just sick, and but then I like don't remember my timeline, but I want to say like that week, like I got back Sunday like night, and on that Monday I told the coaches that I was entering the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
And then like they were going to Sarasota, so I was like Tuesday like morning I drove down to Sarasota, so I was training with him again. And it was just like, it's so nice to be around people that are so motivated and like want the same goals as you. And I've always felt that way. Like, whenever I go home, and like, I don't know, like the Sandpipers are just built different, and I love them so much. But so like it was nice, but like I was like out of shape. Like I was like had double taper from like SECs and NCAAs, and like, so I wasn't in like the best shape ever, and I was like kind of hurting just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just
a little bit.
And then I on Sunday like drove back to Gainesville, and then on Monday like I had a class.
Yeah, have you been taking classes throughout this entire time?
Like, yeah. So I only had 2 classes, but one was only on Mondays, and the other one was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it was a Quest class. I don't know if you had Quest classes when you were.
No, I didn't have Quest class.
But it's like a university requirement.
Okay.
And the class was called Soccer Explains the World.
Soccer.
And Soccer Explains the World.
Okay, all right.
And the guy was so chill. Like, he was like, I was like, hey, like, I'm entering the transfer portal. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know if the coaches will, like, let me train with them. Like, I don't know where I'll be. But, like, I know I'll be in Gainesville, like, this Wednesday. Like, this particular Wednesday. Like, can I do my presentation that Wednesday?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, best of luck with the process, like blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, bless you. Like,
Yeah.
One thing that's easy. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the Monday, I went to class because like why not? And I flew home like that night, and then I was in Vegas for like the rest of that week, and then until the next week was like that next Wednesday was like my presentation, and so I flew from Vegas to Gainesville Tuesday night, had my presentation Wednesday, and then okay.
Did you crush the presentation though?
What?
Did you crush the presentation?
Oh, heck yes, I did.
Yeah, she told everybody why soccer changes the world. Hello.
No, literally. So Tuesday, Wednesday presentation, Wednesday night I left for Ann Arbor for like my recruiting trip.
Oh my gosh, you have not breathed. Like you have not taken even a second to let it sink in.
Well, also, this recruiting trip was not supposed to be a recruiting trip. I was like planning on visiting my boyfriend. Like this had been planned like since before like SECs maybe. Like I had bought my flights already.
Oh, okay. So, and then it just morphed into a recruiting trip.
And it just like, and I told the coaches, I was like, I've been through the process before. Like I don't want to have to meet every single staff member and have them have like a 30-minute talk about what they do for the team. Like I know, like I don't know, like I don't know, but like I can gather.
Yes.
And like I was like the only person I really want to like meet with is like the academic advisor, so I can like see like I just like want to talk to her about like credits transferring and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they were like, that's totally awesome. Like honestly, we'll give like his name is Josh, but we're like we'll give Josh the wheel and like he can plan the whole like weekend basically. Yeah. And so
for people listening, your boyfriend, Josh.
Oh yeah, Joshua. Yeah.
Yes.
He's my boyfriend. Sorry. He like planned it. I basically was just like hanging out with the team like every night, and I just like enjoyed every little second of it. Yeah. And I was like really sad to leave. But then I was like, okay, like if I really like it this much, then like, and then you could see yourself going here, like we can't be sad if it's gonna happen in like the fall. Yeah. And so then I went back to Gainesville from Ann Arbor that Sunday, and my mom met me in Gainesville that Sunday to pack up my apartment.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This has happened. This is a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Like the most chaotic like month of my life.
Yeah.
And so I got like a pod.
Yes. So very familiar with the pod.
Yeah. Katie's moved like 17 times in her life. Not joking.
Well, and I was going to say moms are MVPs because my mom did the same thing for me in California. Like flew there all day, nonstop.
Yeah.
Pack up the pod, go.
And so I packed up the pod. I love that you can just ship it.
It's so nice.
Anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, and so, and like, I hadn't made a decision like fully yet, so I was like, I could ship it anywhere.
Yeah.
And so, and then, like, at the end of, like, my lease ended on Friday, and so I had to pack up everything, like, before, like, Friday, like, midday, I want to say. And then, on Saturday, I drove to Fort Lauderdale for Pro Day.
Jesus. So you're like a suitcase person right now. Like you're a nomad right now.
Oh yeah.
She's a warrior. Yeah. She's a little gypsy running around.
I really am. I'm like, sorry guys, you're gonna see the same clothes for the next.
Yeah. Like
no judgment.
Bella, was it always Michigan, or was there any other team on the table? If you're comfortable sharing, if not.
Yeah, I was talking to Cal.
Okay.
Claire was gonna go there, so like, and like I've trained with Claire for the past however long we've been training together, and so like I was comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the like thought going into like Michigan was like the fact that 2 of like my club teammates are there like currently, and so like obviously like if the more sandpipers, the more the coaches would be willing to talk to Ron, and if I went to Cal, like Claire's not there yet. And like me going to Florida was like already a gamble, and like you never know like what's gonna happen, and I didn't really feel like testing the waters like again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like I'm okay with going to Michigan.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit more about Sandpiper's culture? Because we had Katie Grimes on last year, and I just feel like the judgment and comments are never ending about Sandpipers. And I've gotten to know Katie really well, getting to know you, and the way that you guys speak about Coach Ron and the way that you speak about training, and like, it's so evident that everything that you hear out there is so freaking false. And I just get so angry. I got so fired up on Katie's episode. People were like, relax, you're not a part of this. But like, I just get so fired up because it's not like, you can have teenage athletes that want to train that much, that want to be that intense because they love the sport of swimming. So I'll pause.
Yeah.
Can you share more of that so that people understand why it's so awesome and why it's now driven a decision to Michigan, because your teammates are there too?
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna preface that I've never done a 10K practice in my life. So the extreme yardage can like, it is extreme, but like like we don't do like recovery or anything, but like, I don't know, it's an age group team, like you don't need recovery. Like you're not
yeah. So is making Olympic teams in your teenage years is pretty extreme too. So
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think just like, I don't know. Ron has some like magic worked up in his little science lab, I swear. But but I think now that like I'm older and like can appreciate like everything that like Ron has done, I think just like looking like, and he's so like open to like if you want to learn like what goes behind everything, like he's like go for it, ask all the questions, like he will explain, like, and I'm a very like why driven person, like I'm a like give me a reason, like get a purpose like behind like a set, like because like I don't swim the mile, like I don't feel the need to do like whatever distance, you know, but like I'll do it, you know, because Ron will explain the why. And like, so me being at OTC, like we have like goal meetings. My goal meeting was like not even a goal meeting, but it was just like him like explaining like everything that goes behind like all the practices he does. And like we all use flexes, like heart rate monitors. And there was this like one practice, and like I'm at the point where like, I don't know, I'm out of shape. So like whenever I feel good, like I want to go fast. And so I had this one practice where I was like feeling really good. And then he was like, you're working too hard. Like you need to slow down. And I was like, and I like kind of fought with him, but like it wasn't like an actual fight. And I like started crying because I was like, oh no, like I think I made him upset. Like, and I hate being like a burden basically. And I was like, I can't like whatever. And then he was like, I'm not mad at you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
My God.
He was like, but you need to slow down. Like your heart rate is way too high. And like, and he was like saying like how like your heart rate can only like reach its max like every 3 days. And so it's like, he was like, I have like planned sets for you. Like and like, I want you to work your max heart rate like on these sets. Like, and that's why I'm telling you to slow down now. And like, and so like, just like knowing, like, I knew that there was always a purpose, but it's like the fact that he can like be able to explain like literally every single detail is just like, so like, I don't even know. Like, I don't want to say the word comfortable, but like
Reassuring.
Like, yeah, like reassuring.
Yeah.
And, so like, and I think like that just like creates a culture because like him being able to explain like the purpose behind everything motivates people to like want to do things. And like, so everyone is just like here to make each other better. And like, and we know that, and like, we know we're getting better because of all of these people.
Yeah. You obviously have this incredible support system, Ron being one of them. Just like generally, how are you doing? Because like leaving a team is almost like kind of a breakup in a way, and it's emotional and it's a lot. So like how are you feeling right now? How are you doing just in general, I guess?
I have been like a bit like overwhelmed, but like but I'm good. Like I haven't like, I don't know, like I don't know. I'm like very like hungry and I want to get back on like the international stage like so bad. And so just like knowing that I'll be able like the work that I put into like especially coming back to Sandpiper is like knowing cuz like I know that works for me is like very I don't know. It's just like nice to know that like this is always like going to be there and like I'm so grateful that Ron has like welcomed me with open arms like each time that I've like basically turned my back on him and but like I don't know like I'm good like yesterday was very overwhelming just having to answer like so many like texts because so many people ask like why and I was like just copy and paste like
yeah
but I'm good
Okay.
And you know that something incredible is heading your way.
Yeah.
Not just in the fall, but even this summer. Like, Bella, who's to say you're not going to have an incredible world champ trials? Like, I know you keep exactly
Nobody.
like that's my girl. Like
yes.
I mean maybe a few, but like I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a few.
My dad always says like, or like my brothers used to always call me like dumb when I was little, you know, and my dad would always be like, "Well, is it true?" And I'd be like, "No." They're like, "Okay, then why do you care?" So like I've carried that like into my whole life, and like now I'm like, if it's not true, like I definitely don't care, and like even if it is true, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Athletes think 8 hours of sleep means they're recovering. But when you're waking up tired and sore all the time, that's your body's way of telling you that it's just not enough. This happens at all levels, from beginners to the Olympic level. Trust me when I say I've been there. You hit every checkpoint, bedtime routine, clean nutrition, hydration, but you wake up the next day flat, foggy, sore, and it makes zero sense. Until you realize that sleep alone doesn't equal recovery. Not if your body's systems aren't getting the support they need to reset overnight. After a while, I learned that high-intensity training floods the body with cortisol, a stress hormone that can interfere with your ability to enter into those oh-so-important deep sleep stages. So even when you get the hours, if your nervous system is still activated, your muscles are still inflamed. Then your serotonin's out of rhythm, and you wake up feeling like you didn't sleep at all. And that's a major performance risk for reaction time, decision-making, long-term output, all things that are pretty important for our daily life. And swimmers, our races come down to hundredths of a second. I honestly got tired of the stress, the lack of recovery, just being my new normal. I started using IM8. It's not a sleep aid. It's a complete recovery 16-in-1 supplement formula that supports the systems your body relies on to recover while you sleep. IM8 is filled with natural ingredients, including magnesium glycinate, probiotics, antioxidants, to truly name a few. And this is huge. I swear it tastes like apple juice. It tastes so good, which is really, really rare. And it's not just athlete endorsed. It's built for people who live high performance lifestyles. So if you're sleeping but still waking up tired, your body is not broken. You're just missing the support that it needs to truly recover. So check out IM8. If you didn't already know, May is Water Safety Awareness Month, and Endless Pools wants to remind you that regardless of your access to water, everyone must learn the necessary skills to be water safe. According to the CDC, more children aged 1 to 4 die from drowning than any other cause of death. Water safety and education starts in the home. To find resources in your area, visit endlesspools.com/access.
Which is good for you to have because I feel like you are somebody that is such a staple and household name in the swimming world. So people will always be swirling and making all of these, I don't know, making up reasons.
Uneducated comments.
Right.
Yes.
And it's
Well,
like,
there was a comment where it was like, yeah, she's been dating her boyfriend since high school. And I was like, no, I have not. Like, that's crazy assumption.
yeah. So it's good to know that you are good. And I know that all of these things affect us in some way, some more than others, but that's all I care about is that you are good.
Thanks, Beisel.
And you're gonna listen. My aunt lives in Ann Arbor. I'm a go blue girl.
Yeah.
I know. I won't tell Todd
wow.
that. I know.
Well, Todd's aunt lives in Ann Arbor. Yeah, so Todd was like, you should just show up to the interview with my Michigan State helmet and see how that goes. And I was like, no. Like, Bella, you'll see. Like, I didn't know until, obviously, I started dating Todd, who's now my husband. It's like they hate each other.
Is it really?
No,
It's more like Ohio State, or maybe that's swimming. Or
No,
actually, I don't know.
that's definitely swimming.
No, that's
Like-
no in football though. You think?
No, football, like, so Todd always says, like, Ohio State, yeah, they're competitors, but they have a mutual hatred of Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, I went to my first game, like, 3 months into dating him, and people are just, like, throwing stuff at each other, and, like, there's fights that break out, and, like, swimmers know none of this. It's not a thing, but yeah, it's like, obviously, like, herbs, like, it was Michigan through and through. And when I met Todd, I'm like, yeah, but, like, the swimmers are good. The swimmers are pure. So.
You know what this is giving me, like, Bella, you'll, like, understand this, maybe Florida State energy.
Yeah.
Like, state school versus,
it's like Florida State, Florida, Georgia.
Yes.
Very much so.
Correct. Yes, Bella.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Except I feel like, I don't know if it's changed since, like, but Florida and Georgia is like, it's like they're a team against every SEC school.
Yes, we're like homies.
Yes, like literally Florida, Georgia, like swimmers are like best friends. I think the coaches are pretty close too. But like,
oh yeah, like
I like love the Georgia swimmers.
I know.
I think it's just the culture of the sport, right? Like, football players are just like, nah, and they're just like, but swimmers are relatively friendly. We
totally
we swim against each other constantly, and like, we're best friends. So it's just part of it. But I want to just hear, like, what do you? I mean, we're less than a month away from Indy. What are you most excited about this summer, whether it's swimming or not?
Honestly, I can feel my spark back already. Like, I'm loving it again. And I just, like, love that in general. But I think just, like, I don't know. I like being able to, like, take a step back.
Yeah.
And I think I'll be able to do that. I've been able to do that here since, like, I don't know, it's OTC. Like, there's not much to do here. But I think just, like, looking back on, like, everything that I have done and experienced in the past, like, 2 years, like, just, like, motivates me a little more. And I don't know, I'm excited to travel.
Yeah. You've had a year, Bella. You've had a couple of years.
You had a couple of years.
Yeah, the light is at the end of the tunnel, and you're good, and we're happy for this. Do you want
rapid fire?
Yeah,
power play.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing though. I think, and it's why I feel like now, like, man, the Olympics was the more I get to know more people, I'm just like an emotional wreck every time I watch. Like, when Simone made the team, like, I was bawling because like, that's when you start getting emotional and you just appreciate more, right? Like, you've been through so much. So now anything that you're going to crush it this summer, crush it the next few years, and you're probably going to be an emotional wreck because you know what you've overcome. And I'm now going to be an emotional wreck because I'm now super invested, and so it makes those wins that much more special when you go through hell and back. And so I'm excited to watch your face when you see the scoreboard, watch your face on deck. Like, it's giving me chills to think about. So it's going to be a special few years, and I can't wait.
Thank you.
Yeah. And just to piggyback off of that point, like, for you to even come on here and speak your truth.
Yes.
I think then allows everybody that's watching you to have a greater understanding of, like, you and what you've been through, and the fact that you were still able to swim the way that you swam at NCAAs with nobody knowing anything that was swirling around. Like, it's insane. And I hope you're able to look at a meet like that and be like, if I can do that with all of this other stuff going on, imagine what's ahead of me now with, like, your spark back and,
dangerous.
Yeah. It's spooky season. Bella's back, baby.
All right, we're gonna go into our power play section, essentially just rapid fire. But just to get you even, I have no swimming questions on this list, so you'll be happy.
I actually
to know
don't
that.
either. Yeah, this is great.
So what is one thing in a day that just can make it instantly better?
A nap.
A nap. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
Love that. Easy. What is your favorite app on your phone?
Pinterest.
Ooh, she had that ready.
I love Pinterest. Oh my god.
All right, tell us about your boards. Like,
Yeah.
what are you working on right now?
Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. I literally love work. Like, and it's just the most non-toxic app ever because, like,
Yes.
no one can comment. But like, it's I do my own nails and I also get my nails done. So whatever.
Ooh, let me see.
Hold on, is this set done by you right
yes,
now?
I did this.
Ooh, very
I
Easter
just,
egg.
I wanted to like start over. I usually have like long nails, but they're like
They look
short.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so like most of it's like nail like inspo because I feel like I've gone through literally every nail art there could possibly be, and like I just don't want to repeat. So
Yeah.
there's a bunch, and then like food. I love baking, and so like a lot of like baking inspo is like in there.
Amazing.
Do you have your nails planned out for trials?
No,
No.
because I know if I plan them now, like I'll just get sick of them before they're even on.
Yeah. Hold on. So, sorry to stick on the nails.
No.
I'm enamored and fascinated by people that can do both of their hands. I'm not ambidextrous at all.
Mhm.
Are you right-handed, left-handed?
I'm right-handed, and I suck with my left hand. So like
But they
when
look
I'm
so
doing
good.
when I'm doing my right hand, I take literally twice as long because I'm like it has to be perfect.
Okay, so that's the secret. You just have to like literally take your
No,
time.
I'm like so patient. I'm like I'll watch a movie, and I'll just be like,
All right. You're like tweaking out. You're like,
no, I'm like.
That's so
Well, I
impressive.
love doing like my friends' nails. Like I have like my best friend on Flora, Michaela. I've always done her nails.
you need like Bella's nail salon. Like at Worlds and Olympics or stuff. Are you like the go-to salon girl?
Oh no, like Nat was and like Leah.
Oh, that's fair.
Nat
Yeah.
totally was.
Nat, I mean, for good reason. Nat's amazing.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
look like if I tried to do my nails, someone would come up and be like, "Oh, that's so cute. You let like your 5-year-old niece." Like that is actually what it's like
That's so
outside. Yeah.
Honestly, same.
Okay, we asked Alex Shackle this. What is the biggest millennial faux pas that you see?
I don't even know. Like I don't even feel like I'm in my generation sometimes. Like I don't understand like the language that is going on.
Oh,
So do
And
you
I-
feel like you're older or younger in your soul?
like older, but like also like it's funny when like I know things like on my phone that like older people don't, and they're like, you can do that, like
Yeah.
you know, but like I just don't I don't understand like brain rot.
So
Yeah.
you're not saying the word like skibbity.
No, I don't know what
Okay.
that means.
I
Like,
don't
people
either.
tell me that, and I'm like, huh? Like what?
Alex is like all up in it. Like we got a full lesson
Yes.
when we did it,
Like,
and
Claire's all up in it, and I'm like, what did you just say?
Yeah, you're like English.
this makes
No,
me feel
it's not even just Claire,
better.
it's like the whole team, and I'm like,
Yeah, because you're around it now. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Poor Ron. Coach Ron is
he like low key feeds into it. Like,
Does he? All right, this makes me feel. I mean,
yeah,
that-
I do feel a little bit
like
better
validated
after.
a little bit.
For
I
sure.
felt no, we were affected. Like basically, and then I'll stop. But like Alex was said that if you like millennials will repost a story and then put like all these words on it, and she was like, "That's so millennial. Like Gen Zs don't do that." And so now
yeah.
I'm paranoid. Oh, okay, so that's one.
well, but not like, but it's like, I mean, I put words on my thing, but I think like sometimes like it can be a little obnoxious.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like but the thing is like I've never been like, oh, like millennial. Like I've just been like, oh, that's cute that they put the effort into that.
Oh, see, that's great.
I appreciate
That's
that.
a very like healthy lens.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, perfect. Bella, I
You're
want
trying,
you to.
like that's all that matters.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
See, we're all just doing our best out here. Okay, Bella, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, describe your perfect day.
Okay.
And it can be like you're swimming or you're not. Like it doesn't
Okay.
matter. Just like
Okay, I've always just like noticed that every time I don't swim, my days are just like completely boring. But so I would probably like my perfect day would probably like wake up at like 8:30.
Nice.
Eat like a yogurt bowl. I love yogurt bowls. I'm so glad that that's like a trend right now.
same.
And I put like literally everything in a yogurt bowl. But then I will probably scroll on Pinterest. I don't know.
Yep.
Right now I'm watching White Lotus, so I'll probably turn that on.
What season are you on?
Oh.
Season 3. I'm on I'm like episode like 2.
Oh, so
literally
you're just into
started
it.
season
Yep.
2. And then I don't know. Actually, like, now this is so hard. All my days are different.
I know. You're like, what direction am I going? Is
exactly.
it like gravitate the OTC?
I'll probably like hang out with my family. I haven't like hung out with my brothers in a long time because they live in California.
And are you close with them?
I'm like so close with them. Okay. So like every once in a while we'll have like a group FaceTime. And so a perfect world, like I'd be hanging out with them. And then like lunch, then like head to practice. Maybe from practice go to dinner with like my friends on the team.
Yes. Also, wait, where are you? Are you in Nevada or like by the beach or?
I'm in Nevada.
Okay. You're in Nevada.
Not that that's like my perfect day, but
no, but like
this is your perfect day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I only know like Nevada, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's home. It's your comfort, and that's what we're going for. Yeah.
And like I know everything in Nevada, so it's like
yes.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in California, like I'm clueless, even though like my brothers could probably like help me. But and then like I'm going to bed at like 8:30.
Yes. Girl after my own heart.
Yeah. And Josh is Josh there for the dinner and stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Wait, also
he's on the team, so it's like
hold on, question, not to like totally like go back to everything, but what was it like telling him
that I was going to Michigan?
Was it? Yeah.
That.
I didn't tell him.
What?
Oh, you.
I mean, like he knew.
What? Okay.
Like, he knew it was gonna happen, but when I committed, I didn't tell him.
It was like a total surprise.
Yeah. Well, not like a surprise. Like he knew I was going there. But I didn't like officially like tell the coaches like, oh, I'm going to like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I committed last Tuesday, so like a week and a day ago, and we got here a week ago today, and so like we're like, and like two of the people on this team like knew that I had already committed, and like it's like his best friend and like his like and the other girl that goes to Michigan.
Yeah.
So like we were like trying to plan like how to tell him, like we were going through like all the like schemes basically, like I was like, what if I was like, I've decided that like I should go to Cal, like and just like absolutely like shatter his heart.
Oh my god. Oh.
But like I was like, I literally can't do that to him, like that would be horrible of me. And then like there was like I was like, or I'll just like have the coaches tell him, or like, and he was like, if I find out through Instagram, like I'm gonna be mad. And I was like, you're not gonna find out through Instagram. Like I told the coaches not to post. And then so I was planning with his mom, like what should I do?
Oh, that's
and we got like a NASCAR driver to like do like a little cameo. And like there's just like one day we were watching White Lotus, and I just like sent him the video like randomly, and it was like, hey Joshua, like amazing news, like Bella's headed to Michigan, like and he was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
That literally happened on Sunday.
Did you like celebrate it all? Like, did you guys go out to dinner in Colorado?
I believe. But like it was a very like happy day for everyone.
Amazing.
It was pretty awesome. Okay. I mean, I guess like just like hanging out with him is just always like a fun time. So I think just like that in itself was like a good celebration.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing.
And I'll say, like, I know we keep like bringing him up, and like you probably are like, yeah, but I don't want to say too much because I don't want people. but I just want to say something. Like, if a happy swimmer is a fast swimmer, so if having your boyfriend around makes you happy and it's also good for your swimming, that's a win-win-win.
Yeah.
And so like I just like feel like it's almost seeming like that's bad to bring up, or people are saying that's a bad reason, but like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And like that's so I just wanted to star that, a little star, because
Let a girl live her life.
right, let a girl go on some dates and be pampered by her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus. It's simple.
Yeah. So, but it's like so fun because like we're both like very competitive when it comes to like practice and stuff. So like we'll like push each other, and like I think he's low-key scared of me like when it comes to the like
Yeah.
pool, because like he'll be like, oh, she's creeping up, and I'm like,
Yep.
like yeah,
I see
"Sorry,
her.
like better get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, Ron even told me not to try today. You should be like, wait till I actually am trying.
wait till I can get my heart rate up and
Yeah.
see what happens.
So
Oh my
great.
gosh. All right, we're going to go on our final 3 questions we asked all our guests. So the first question is, what is a moment or memory outside the sport of swimming that's brought you the most amount of joy?
Who? I mean, bringing it back to my brothers because I never get to see them. But I think last summer we went to the Philippines, or one of my brothers wasn't able to go, but one of them was, and we went to the Philippines, and like my grandparents renewed their vows because like it was like their 50th wedding anniversary, and it was the cutest thing ever. Like hearing like my grandparents like had the same vows, but one was said in Filipino and the other one was in English. And like so when my grandpa like said his vows, I literally started bawling my eyes out, and I was like, I love my family. Like this is so awesome.
That's incredible. 50 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. That's
Goals.
awesome. Now the same question. So moment that has brought you the most amount of joy, but this time in the sport of swimming.
2022 Worlds.
Yeah.
When I anchored the relay. Not even like, okay, obviously you can't like see your splits like right then and there. So like when I finished, I was happy. And then I like saw my split, and I was like, the first thing I said to Ron was like, I'm a sprinter.
Put me in sprint group, baby.
And the fact that you're like 200, like
Yeah.
Really a core memory. Well, because I like went out 54 and came back a 00. Like, sorry, that's not the best split race ever, but like I swim like that, so like whatever.
Yeah.
But, like I was
You
like,
gotta go
"We're not a
154."
Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was like my best time for a
God,
100 at the time.
154. That's insane.
I know, right? I'm like, how did 12-year-old Bella do that? Just kidding. But
Like, God, long course 154.
so fast.
So fast.
yeah, wow. I to this day I still watch that race.
I mean, it was hype.
Yeah.
It was so hype. Like,
You'll feel that again.
No,
You will.
all right, final question. What is a word that motivates you or inspires you or just serves as a reminder of who you want to be each day?
Okay, I was gonna make this like a game time decision because I had like 30 words just like in my head, but then you guys like asked a question earlier, and I was like, oh, that's my word. And so it's like present or like now or like whatever.
Now.
Because like I think a lot of, or I don't know, especially this past year, I've been like too focused on like what's going to happen instead of like what is happening.
Yeah.
And I think just like being able to be like, the only thing I control is what is happening right now. So like, don't focus on especially the things you can't control.
Yeah.
And so I think just like now, that would be like my word.
Yeah. And like this past year has been like uncertain
Yeah.
in ways. I'm sure
Very.
it feels good to just have like steady ground
Yeah.
underneath your feet.
Yeah.
That allows you to be present, like you were in fight or flight for a little bit. So
Yeah.
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 Just
Bella.
enjoying the now. We all can do that better.
Yeah, we truly can. That was a good reminder.
Yes.
Bella, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this so much.
So much fun.
Good. It's always nice to like speak your truth in a safe environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We appreciate you a lot. And yeah, we'll see you in less than a month and we'll be screaming our heads off for you.
Let's go. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Let's go.